I hit him up yesterday.
Uh,
Con. Yep.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, first and foremost, as always, we like to start off giving all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to our power.
YAHAWASHI.
Double honor to our apostle, elders, and bishops, great millstones, rule well, dwell in sound doctrine. Strong shalom to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children. Let the Lord will have mercy on these perilous times. Perilous meaning dangerous times that we're currently living in. You know, because these are in fact dangerous times that we're currently living in. You know, it's so much to talk about. There's so much to go into. But obviously, the main topic and the main dominance of information that's coming out here is the president that's set up over Babylon. You know, this man is on he's on a tear, right? He's being used as the face to bring down America. Joe Biden was the face. Well, yeah, he's the face to bring down America, but he's also the face to bring in order in America, which is the new world. So Joe Biden was the face that actually was to spearhead the downfall. Like he brought in the chaos. Trump is used to what? To bring in the order. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna say?
I was gonna add because when Joe Biden's term, it seemed like when he was in office, his job was to pacify the people, you know, keep the American people satisfied, right? But now that Trump is in office, it seemed like his is to rattle the people, keep the people on their toes, you know, and put their ass in check. You know, you talk about it all the time, how Donald Trump, he always makes mention about how the American people are the threat that are within. Well, just now, you had the Vice President, JD Vance, he was talking about how Europe is the threat within now. So like you said, it's a lot going on, man.
Yeah. So which that's a house divided. You know, it's a house divided, which we understand the scriptures say a house divided can stand. It shall not stand. That's what happened with the nation of Israel. The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom was split, and we fell as a people. So how much more the Edomites? The Edomites always been at war, bro. We read about the Diadochi wars. You know what I'm saying? Like the Ptolemies and the Seleucid Empire. You know, I think during the Roman Empire. Some of them Edomites, yeah, Caesar. Some of them Edomites fought with Israel. You know, they was on Israel's side, like the true Israelites.
That's somebody's point. This is about to take the scripture talk about how he's gonna raise up Jesus first in the end. You know what I'm saying? Then the northern kingdom. And it's crazy how in the end, the Lord is God, he's fighting against evil. And this kingdom of fallen, and our kingdom getting ready to be established on the earth under YAHWASHI, and the Lord bringing back that southern and the northern pride. And you see,
right.
I just want to say that.
Yeah, right. Showing you that a power is with us. You know what I'm saying? That's bringing us back together. It was meant for us always to be together, to be whole. You know what I'm saying? That's what you see happening right now. Because we're the true rulers of the earth. You know what I'm saying? We're the true gods of the earth. You know what I'm saying? We're just gods having a fleshly experience, a human experience. You know, so that we could judge it properly, man. We got to know everything in order to be judged. But read that real quick. What you got? Man. Yeah, it's a glory.
It's a Google definition for the Latin phrase order ab chaos. It says order ab chaos is a Latin phrase that translates to order out of chaos, essentially meaning to bring structure and organization from a state of disorder or confusion.
Right, to bring organization and structure to a state of from a state of confusion. You know, I don't know if it works either way. From a state of confusion. So order ab chaos, meaning order out of chaos. Right? In order for any order to come, chaos had to happen first. Even with the Lord's kingdom. Right now it's about to be chaos on earth, and YAHWASHI is going to bring the order, which is the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, it's the perfect balance, like the brother said. You know, it's the perfect balance. It'll work. You know, it's the perfect balance, man. What else you got?
This is the Google definition for the Latin phrase.
And he's saying Latin phrase because this is the Roman Empire all over. That's why it's called the Latin phrase. That's why this is written on a dollar bill. You know, Novus Artis Emporium. I believe that's how you say it. You know, New War, or like you about to read it, New War of the Age. Let's go ahead.
It says Novus Ordo Seclorum is a Latin phrase that means a new order of the ages. It appears on the reverse side of the Great Seal of the United States.
Right, of the Great Seal of the United States, which go to when was it founded? It's gonna pull up a year, and it was something else pertaining to this year. I can't remember, but see what year they be. I know the year, but see what year they be.
It says the year 1776.
Right, so 1776 when the Great Seal of America was established, right? Supposedly.
Hold on, 1776.
1776.
That's, I believe, that's when America had its independence from Britain.
That's right.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, calm.
Right.
At the same time, they made niggas think they was free.
So 1776 was when the Great Seal of America, you know, that's for lack of better words, was established. All right, they dominant. We just say the independence, right? Yup. So you can understand, they're bringing order from chaos. First, you had to get the people on the same program. You know, you had to get the people with the same mindset. You had to get them believing in the system, and then you pull a rug from under them. That's gonna bring in the chaos because all the people bought into the system, and then you bring the new formation of it. You know, which all by the means of convenience. You know what I'm saying? By the means of convenience. So, was that it on that? That's more on that. All right, Con. So Trump. So now what's going on? Trump is in office. Trump is establishing the order of America. Okay, he's saying, yo, this is wrong. Biden said this is right, but now Trump is saying this is wrong. So he's coming in with the reverse aspect, the reverse osmosis of what was done in the previous term. So now he's putting tariffs on this. He's putting sanctions on this and on that. He's saying this is wrong and this is right. Right? Okay, look, Biden reversed the wall, the building of the wall. He said, look, we're gonna continue the building of the wall. You know, Biden wasn't pushing the Space Force. We're gonna continue to push the Space Force. We got it.
I was gonna say that too. With the last administration, you have Biden with the whole alphabet community. So he wanted to have that, pushed out society, but really that's not really weakening America. The scriptures talk about how the man of Babel women, but at the same time, now Trump is in office with his administration, he's taking all that weird alphabet shit out of the society because he knows it's going to weaken America. But at the same time, you already know it's going to be a downfall regardless.
Yeah, because that's a good thing. Those are actually good things, like taking the alphabet from the system right on the forefront, taking away Pride Month. You know what I'm saying? Black History Month. Those are good things. The DEI, like you said, the DEI program, the DEI Act, which allowed those things to be have what's it called, equal rights in the workplace. So those are good things, but that's the serpent though. You know, now okay, oh yeah, these are good things. All right, let's say, like, what is he doing wrong? Like you were questioning, you asking nigga like, how do they feel about what Trump is doing? They really are good. Like you ask a Christian, he's gonna say those are good things that he's doing. But in reality, it's a bigger motive behind it. There's a bigger agenda behind it. You know, it ain't just about, because remember, this is the same devil that allowed this into the workforce, that allowed these programs to come about. You know what I'm saying? His government. Because now Trump is coming against the government. It's seeming like he's for the people, right? It seemed like he's for the Democrats and the Republicans. Because remember, you had Latinos for Trump, you had Cubans for Trump, and so forth, blacks for Trump, which is like niggas for Trump. So it looked like Trump, now he got both sides on his side, but in reality, it's still the same devil. It's still the same system.
I forgot exactly how you said it, but basically Trump is the face of something that has been in the works for a very long time. Because going back to the Great Seal that's found on the dollar bill, they call it the Great Seal of the United States. We went into the term Ordos Archaea, which that's not on it, but the term Novus Ordo Seclorum is. Right. But it says the phrase was intended to signify the beginning of the new American era on the date of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. It says the phrase reflects the founding fathers' vision of a new order that the American Republic will bring the world. And I go back to that Psalm 64, where it's talking about the inward heart, the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. It said the founding fathers, meaning the very first Edomites, in rulership, if you will, they had a in their vision what we see playing out right now.
Right. Because you get that. The scriptures also says something like that. I don't know if it's the same one about the how they get their houses to continue forever. No. Because this is first with that and then with that. Psalm 64.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, in verse 35. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of land snares privily.
Yeah, because they have secret councils and secret meetings. It was just a I looked it up on YouTube, put it up on YouTube. It was go to my history, the World Government Summit. And we know summit goes into mountain, like a highest state, you know, the highest formation. It's a mountain. That's why when you like Apostle Paul was just going into, right, you know, when you see the word mountain, you see it goes into government. So this man's highest, which is just a meeting of world leaders, you know what I'm saying, that come together with different ideas. The who, you know what I'm saying, the West, they these different leaders come together with different ideas pertaining to the future, how they see best fit for the people, supposedly, right? So they was just talking about how digital payments are transforming our lives, how digital payments are transforming our lives, and they was making mention that Africa is one of the world leaders in digital in its digital infrastructure, as well as China and so forth, right? And these are large populations, and these are test zones. China, India. India got that digital system that was implemented during the Slam Summit. You know, Australia, they got the whole information with the QR code. So you can't. They said they put on the news that you can't buy it. You can't go into movie theaters. You can't go into restaurants, government buildings without a QR code.
You gonna see that? You gonna see that at the grocery store soon, because you know they got that shit put up at Whole Foods.
Hmm? They got the gas station. They got the gas station. We personally seen it. You know, been talking about that shit for a couple years. For I'm gonna say from 2020, it's been way more prominent. Like, what's the one gas station? Sheets definitely got it. You could the tap pay.
Yep.
You know, the contacts of payment is what they pushing with the DoorDash, with the
I'm saying Switzerland, you know, that yep, the stat line with the whole micro T that yep, you know, with that artificial page that's gonna be able to pay, people, right, for this man system. But they already using that in Switzerland, like, hey, that's like the main testing though. Now you're gonna have to adhere to where you're gonna have you already got people, you don't have to set up with the guy for good convenience as far as being able to buy this and get that. But you already see what it's leading to. And we're not deceived by the same devices.
right. And you get that too. That's what you get. Go ahead, huh?
Back in Psalm chapter 64, verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of land snares privily. They say, who shall see them?
Yeah, because that's where they come up with all these different things. By the time they come to us, by the time it reaches news media outlets, by the time it's issued out in the stores or whatever, he had already established this plan years in advance. In 1776 is when he, way back then, is when he was envisioning this new world order. That was in the works back then, bro. He was coming up with these plans and plots way back then, bro. That's what this whole agenda was about, to establish a new system where they had complete control over the whole world. To take away the God gene out of the people, bro. I keep bringing up this video with freaky creepy Kill Gates of Hell when he had that meeting inside that college inside that college classroom, man. And inside the college classroom, it was a bunch of elite members or members with a lot of money, and they had the meeting, and on the bulletin board, he said he had two brains. It was brain A and it was brain B. He said, how can we get brain A or brain B? Brain A like brain B. Brain A was the brain that they wanted, and brain B was the brain that they was trying to get rid of. He said, how can we get brain B like brain A? I said it backwards, or vice versa. And you know what brain B was? Brain B was the ones who had spiritual connection. Those are the ones who were the worshipers. Like they had some type of form of religion that they followed. Can we take that brain and look like brain A? You know what brain A was? An atheist brain. And they had a black and white image, and it was like a color. It was a color dot on the brain on both brains. And on brain B, the religious brain, it was a greater glow. On brain A, it was a smaller glow. He's trying to take away the God gene within us, man. That's the point. He said, how can we get this brain to look like this brain? And everybody in the crowd raised their hand. He says, what's one thing in the world that everybody had? The FLU, or came close to, or came encounter with, the FLU. And it was like, exactly. So they're doing this by the means. So the Slimic, the towers, the cell phones, this whole system is all connected to all of that, letting you know that he don't have a greater purpose for you in the future. His new world consists of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Seminole Indians not existing in it. And the ones that's gonna be left, those that's gonna be existing in his new world are the ones that are gonna be his servants. That's how he sees his new future. What's that internet? Keep going.
In Psalm 64, in verse 6, it says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search.
That's a diligent search. How the hell would you? That's how you know you're working with left hand energy, bro. Because how the hell could he know something? How the hell could they come up with a system that was going to be in 2025, 1776? This system was started way back then. So you can understand the whole dynamic of it. Obviously, knowledge had to increase and the technology had to increase. But this man has been working with his left hand energy to come up with these things. How else could he know? How else could he know that niggas was gonna perform to this system? How else could he know that it was gonna work to some degree? He had to be working with left hand energy. So this is diligent search. Studying the way you Israelites, taking you niggas and putting you on tables and doing a surgery while you was awake and coming up with these whole different formations from the medical field to the storefronts and so forth. That was a diligent search, man. You got it out.
Says the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Right, it's deep because they work with left hand energy. They work with left hand spirit. That's why they could think into the future. They could think on a deeper level, man. You know how deep it is, bro, for you to be like, all right, look, let's just take television and let's take ESPN. You know how deep you gotta be to be able to like, all right, let's have the ESPN sign swirl around and let's have the words come across. Like he got encoded words and encoded shapes and music. That's a deep search, bro. That's a deep search. How do you know that this is gonna work on the people? It's gonna put hypnotics on the people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Unless you was a witch or a warlock. What you got?
I was about to say the different frequencies.
Yes.
And how it makes the brain react. You know what I'm saying? Like you were just saying, the different experiments he did on Jake. You know, all of that.
That's a deep search, bro. That's a deep search.
That's how like we got the brother Reed. That's how you lay those snares. You gotta study your prey. Right? Before I can conquer you, before I can take you down.
Exactly.
So they done study Jake so much so they know what Jake responds to. They know how to take Jake down without Jake knowing they being without Jake knowing they being taken down.
Hey, Baba Kasai, before you get that, they said he was a cunning hunter. You going to that word cunning. So what you said was beautiful. Because this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a cunning hunter. A man of the field. You know what I'm saying? He's crafty in his hunting. You know, he's diligent in his hunting. He's looked at as a lion that pounces on his prey. Well, yeah, we can precept and get the word.
This is Genesis 25 and verse 27.
It says that the boys grew, talking about Jacob and Esau. It says that Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tent. Right?
Right.
Jacob like be like, we outside, or I'm outside. I've been outside. No, Esau been outside. That's what Esau do. You know what I'm saying? That's why Jacob ain't ready for what the fuck coming.
That's why the earth look like a wilderness, because he's used to that the captive state, like a wilderness. That's what that's where beasts live at. Like, lions, tigers, and bears. They live in areas where it's more wild, if you understand, so you can understand. Esau's the wild man. He can operate good in the wilderness, in a concrete jungle. That's what they call it. You got that, bro?
Yeah, when you go into this work, burning. When you go into the word learning, it says to know, learn to know, right? To perceive and see, find out and discern, to discriminate, distinguish.
Right, to know, to find out, to discern. Esau don't got that capability, bro. So how does he get it? He get it through his left hand, the left hand energy, man.
Yep.
The spells and the sacrifices that he's doing, the rituals. You know what I'm saying? Because these are all things that we do on the right hand side: a ritual, a sacrifice, offerings. Those are all holy things. But Esau took those things and used it for darkness. You know what I'm saying? Like he took the concept of a ritual, the concept of sacrificing, and he did it in a darker way. Right.
But ain't about to say, because like when Jake was in his occupation, I say it like that. When Jake was in his occupation, I can remember talking to a chick, right? And I was talking to her, and she used to be like, what we do basically like breaking down what they do all day. What they do all day is sit like in a room, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of computers, and they study Jake. They see what Jake like. You know what I'm saying? What influences Jake? You know what I'm saying? Like that was literally her job occupation, was to study Jake, to see what Jake liked, to see what Jake was into, to see what influences Jake, because Jake influenced the world. Jake saw the earth, so they like, what is Jake into? You know what I'm saying? And that's how they conquer Jake. They sit around and study Jake all day. That's why Jake can't never see. That's why Jake can't never see their enemy coming, because they don't understand they being studied.
Yeah, right. So what's in front of them is themselves. Like, so they're seeing themselves when they see the environment. Like how the layout is of like your downtowns and your sports and your clothes to the music. It's everything that Jake likes, because they studied you and they put it in your face so it can keep you distracted. It keeps you like, oh damn, this is what I know. You can relate to it because it came from you. It's telling about scripture talking about Jacob is the former of all things. So you've been studied. So Esau's that cunning hunter. Was that it on that? Cunning.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
This is Genesis chapter 4, verse 7. It says, if thou doest well, I'm gonna start at verse 6. Genesis 4 and 6. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth, and why is thou countenance fallen? Right? Because Cain, he had an offering and a sacrifice to the Lord too, but his wasn't accepted. So he began to get angry, right, at the Lord. It says, verse 7, if thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And the reason why Cain's sacrifice wasn't accepted was because it wasn't pleasing to the Lord, man. And it wasn't according to the law, So therefore, since that sacrifice, he was deemed estranged,
He offered up fruit, which is not according to the law. The fruit, even when you burn fruit, it has a terrible smell.
Right.
So remember, the Lord deals with the offerings and the sacrifice, and He says it's a sweet savor unto you. That it's a smell that's good. It's a pleasant smell. It's a smell that is produced when you give the proper offering. Like it's like when you cook it. Like then you sit at the table, you're like, that just smells good. Because that's what's being presented at the so-called altar, if you will. So you relate it to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. It's the same thing. And he look at it like a sweet smell. So when Cain brought goddamn fruit, like what the fuck?
They need to give it a first.
That's the point. That's the point.
Right, and that lets you know Cain's spirit, it wasn't right in him, man. All right, so it says, verse 7, Genesis chapter 4, verse 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? Right. If you do the right things, the Lord is going to accept you for doing the righteous things, man. All right. And that's the reason why Cain was not accepted. You got to remember, Cain was the first estate of Esau before the serpent. You know? Yeah. Before the serpent, Cain was the estate of Esau Edom. He just had melanin at that time. But then after the serpent, Salakia, after the serpent, after the Cain and Abel, it would all play out through Jacob and Esau, man. So no, Cain, he wasn't accepted. Why? Because he didn't do well. It says, and if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. So guess what? Cain, he had already did not well by offering that bogus ass sacrifice, man. And then after that, what happened? He began to have envy and hatred towards his brother Abel, man. You know? So that lets you know that his desire or his motive was to do evil and wickedness, man. Since Cain.
Right. His whole family line. Right here. Genesis 4, 20, 23, it says that Lamech said unto his wives of God, Zillah, hear my voice, the wives of Lamech. It says, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt, telling you that they're going what's in them. All right. To the next verse, it says, the pain should be a man 70-fold, truly Lamech 77-fold. And he's going to be among even the Cain.
Lift up too.
Yes, verse 22. 22.
Lift up.
Genesis 4:22. It says in July, he also bear two of all Cain. You go to that name, two of all Cain, the tribe of what? It says, and instructed that every modified to brass and iron, and the sister of the two of all Cain of Lamont. But as artificers, the metal tribes, this is what they practice with. They get weapons. Because why they blessing them.
No, you good. You had it. Still, and that's cold too. But when you sit there and look at it, like what the brother Samari going into, it's the same thing these motherfuckers into now. You know what I'm saying? We're offering a better offering. We're presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice. Like the brother said, he said they like the scripture talk about how they prescribe grievously. Like they doing abomination, they doing wickedly. So guess what? Their eyes are set up on the Israelites. They still got their eyes set up on Jacob who Jacob hurt. Like Cain said, he sought to slay Jacob. You know what I'm saying? It's the same spirit they still in to the day. They still seek to slay Jacob.
Right. So the
Yep.
right now you said perpetual hatred which is a hatred that you have forever.
Yep.
So that means that this new system that's coming into play, it has no benefit for you niggas.
Yes, right.
And then when we say niggas, we talk about you niggas that's void of light, one, and two, you blacks, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, and you speckled bird that don't know you Israelites. Y'all, this new system is against you. Which is, matter of fact, I brought this out last night. Go into did you ever get your precept?
Yeah, I didn't finish.
Oh, okay, you can finish that.
All right. This is back in Genesis chapter 4, verse 7. It says, and if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. So ever since Cain came about, right, sin was the desire of Esau Edom. That spirit of Esau Edom was in Cain during this time, man. All right, so the Lord or the prophets, because that's the voice of the Lord during this time, they prophesied about, basically him being that man of sin. All right, starting all the way from Cain. So now you got you went from the serpent to Cain, from Esau to now you got this devil. Now he's a fucking dragon, man. Now he's a beast. He went from a serpent to a dragon to a beast, man. Y'all got it right.
Now go to somebody scripture say wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and it's hurtful works are fulfilled. Because of everything that this devil did up until this point.
Right. Yeah. Read that real quick.
This is the etymon for the word bah. It says, of men and animals, including fish and birds.
Read the first, like the beginning of it.
It says the Middle English, from Old English, MAGA, stomach of men and animals, including fish and birds. In modern English, only of animals, useless, insultingly.
Right. So the point is that this word mega goes back to raw. Mega is M-A-G-A, which is make America great again. It goes back to the word raw, which means stomach or belly. So when Trump say make America great again, it's going back to the whole concept. Because it's more than that. You see, it goes to it says throat, gullet, bag, pouch. And what's that? So the point is that making America great again is what he's saying America, how he's saying America was great based off, all right, when he was great. He's talking about, because the scripture talk about before he fill his belly, you know what I'm saying? Before he says how I go to Job
20:15 says he has swallowed down riches and he's still bonded.
Right, he swallowed down riches. It said throat. It goes back to throat or the belly. Because we know your body has two brains. The brain, your main brain, and your stomach acts as a brain. That's what you say. I got a gut feeling. That's the spirit speaking. And your mind, your soul is connected to your brain as well. It's the bigger brain. This is the lesser brain. So he's saying that because in his brain, his whole agenda is to push this new world order. It's where you have no spirit in you, and where your conscience is trapped in the digital infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Job 20:15, it says he has swallowed down riches and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly.
Right, Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. He swallowed down riches, and those riches belong to the Israelites, the land, the people, right? The servitude aspect of the people, the land, the actual riches, the gold, the silver, the precious ornaments like the marble, like the stones, the amethyst, and things like that. These are all things that belong to you. The planets, you know what I'm saying? The whole earth. Yeah, it was like Amawan said, the brother Amawan, the earth was created for our sake. Right? And this is the place in where we're gonna dwell when the kingdom comes. You know?
If I can add to you, because that's because everything he's saying, like you said, like you gotta realize like, everything this devil doing is centered around this. It's centered around his agenda, the MOT to the B. That's why you got them pushing artificial intelligence. So I want to touch on that because, like you said, that's why they're trying to merge man. That's why they want to merge man with machines so bad.
Right.
They want AI to be the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, with those two brains. They want something else to do the thinking for you.
Right.
They want to control the mind. Right? Government. Right? When we go into that word. You feel what I'm saying? They want to control the mind. They don't want you to have self-control or to be able to choose the direction you want to go. They want to be able to mark out your path and decide what way you go. Right?
Which is bugged out because artificial intelligence is created by them. Like they put it's a collective of thoughts of everybody in the world into one system, and it's upgraded by them.
Yep.
So they actually pushing their thoughts on you, man. When you operate in this new world, you're operating wholly in their thoughts. Oh damn, I can't. Like we talked about it yesterday. If you want 2 steaks, you gotta have 1 steak because that was enough. They deem that to be enough for you. Like you gotta say 1 steak and like two strings of asparagus, you know what I'm saying, and like a little portion of mashed potatoes on next to the 2 strings of asparagus. This is enough. You know what I'm saying? He might be a brother like this. That's not enough for a brother like that. He need a little bit more. But he's seeing like, no, that's enough. Yeah. So he's pushing what he thinks is enough, what he deems is good, what he seems beneficial to you onto the people, man. Go ahead, what you got?
I got this word artificial. It says in the online etymology, it says not natural or spontaneous.
Not natural or spontaneous. It's artificial. Right. He got rid of all the vegetables. the fruits,
Ooh,
food, period.
Yeah.
And now you got something called lab grown meat.
Yeah.
Why do something like lab grown meat exist?
Yeah.
You got
Sex dolls.
Yes, yes, that's a beautiful one.
you got dildos, right? You got all type of manner of artificial things, from sexual relation to the things you consume in your body to the way you think. It's all artificial, man.
That's why people can't when people Jake do get into natural shit, their body don't respond to it a certain way. They get sick. This certain shit it be fucking them up. You feel what I'm saying? Because they so used to doing the shit the artificial way. Or they even you get motherfuckers that get more of a kick out of, like you said, fucking on them sex dolls than an actual woman. You feel what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Yeah, right. It's the reason why the Lord created it like that. Do you know how pleasant it is when you connect with a woman on that
Bro,
level?
come on now.
That's the ultimate form of dominance for a man to a woman. And it's the ultimate form of stimuli for the man and the woman.
Can you read that definition? Yeah, it's some more. I got you. It says not natural or spontaneous.
Right. It said not spontaneous, right?
No, or spontaneous.
Yeah.
Right. It said not natural or spontaneous. So when you go up the online etymology of spontaneous, it says willing of one's free will.
God.
So they gonna cut away your ability to do something on your own ability.
Yeah.
You know, even the Lord gives us our own decisions to make. The Lord lets you make your own decisions. You know what I'm saying? He lets you, okay, look, you're going to either do this or you're going to do that. Choose what you're going to do. And according to what you choose, that's how I'm going to judge you. But Esau, he like, no, I'm not going to give you no choice. You're going to do this and you're going to be programmed like this, how I want you to be programmed. So there's no choices. There's no, you get to make or decisions, or, you know, you get to have a choice in this in Esau system.
Yeah.
Ultimately, to add to you, the reason it's like that is because the choices that we make come from YAHWASHI.
That's right.
So what he's saying is, he's saying that no choice, I can't have you make these choices because it's aligned with the Father. I gotta have you make these choices
I'm your God.
so I can be aligned with me. Because remember, the scriptures say that it's really no such thing as free will. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has everything or structured out how it's gonna play out. He said when you sleep, he give you your instructions while you sleep. And when you all the thoughts come in Proverbs 16, he said that the preparation of tongue is from the Lord. So at the end of the day, it was always going to play out how it was going to play out. Esau, he coming out of nowhere saying, no, I don't want you to think like this because it's aligned with the plans of YAHWASHI, right? Before you get that word, I hit I know, yeah. We're gonna go back to that. Okay. Tomorrow, real quick. Hit Second Maccabees 7:16 real quick. And then get to it. It is, bro, because it says a lot.
This is it said First Maccabees,
Second Maccabees.
Second Maccabees, This is Second Maccabees chapter 7, verse 17.
16.
Verse 16. Then looked he unto the king and said, Thou hast power over men. Thou art corruptible. Thou doest what thou wilt. Yet think not that our nation is forsaken of Yahweh.
And that's the king is Antiochus. Some brothers say Antiochus is Antiochus Epiphany the fourth. And he was raising hell on Israel. You know, he was. I'm talking about. They called him the wicked root. You know what I'm saying? And Daniel and in the book of Maccabees, they call him he was known as that wicked root.
Right.
He raised hell. He took the ornaments from us. He took the holy things from us. He ransacked the temple, and he forced unlawfulness on us, abominations on us.
Yeah.
And he was doing what he wanted to, man. You know, that's why I just said. But what came with that was corruption. It says, "Thou do what thou wilt, thou art corruptible." So doing what you will brings corruption. So Esau, that's what he's pushing on ultimately on with this new system. He's pushing a do it what thou wilt type of mentality. Because if you have the access, if you have the capability to just walk anywhere and the doors open and you can go like this and things move, you're a God. That's what's promised to us. For us to think certain things and things happen, and for us to go like this and shit move, those are God, those are powers. When you walk up to your car, your shit unlocks because your key fob is closed. That's a power. You know what I'm saying? For a man to think, he's a vegetable, but he can think. He can think now, and he can stand up on his feet. That's a power. You know what I'm saying? So he's ultimately trying to give the people in a sense of formation of doing what I will, but it's coming from him. His formation of will, his formation of power. You know what I'm saying? Which ultimately is taking away the natural things, the natural stance in which you were created to do as a human being or whatever. But
that's beautiful.
again, you're gonna get that.
It's beautiful. Real talk, that is beautiful. Because it go back to the serpent in the garden. Dealing with Eve, he said, what did he tell her? He said, you'll be like a god. You'll be like them. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the whole point of this whole system, is make people, to make them feel like they're gods. So they got this god-like power. That's what, like, going back to the AI, that's what it all intertwined with. You got that shit making people walk. That shit making people walk. They can't walk. Making people talk. That speaking has been taken from them. Giving people their eyesight back. You know what I'm saying? Making people, those are miracles that Mashiach Yahawashi performed when he was on the scene. You feel what I'm saying? And now they're doing it left-handed. With this AI and all these other things that they're coming out with, to trying to show you that they are God, or that they are the Most High, like the scripture say.
Trump said he was the chosen,
bro. Yeah,
he said, dude, I think they was calling him the Messiah because of the shit he's doing in the so-called Middle East. He just freed some of the hostages. They said, I wouldn't be home if it wasn't for you. So he's freeing people from bondage. He's giving people new lives. Remember, he freed Kodak Black. He's coming with a new system, and he's read that real quick, Doc.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. Yeah. It says, this know also that the last days perilous times to come.
So that's an indicator that all that when we talk about, it's an indication that we're in the last days. So what will be taking place in the last days? Like, it's not gonna be good things, right? It's good things for the elect, but it's not good things in terms of this economy.
Yeah,
it ain't. So if we're in the last days, that means this thing is about to come to an end. Like, they think, you still got that at their house.
Yeah, I got yeah.
Read that real quick. We jump back to this.
This is Psalms. Fucking blue letter, but tripping. This is Psalms. His brother grabbed Psalm 49:11. Blue letter tripping on, bro.
I got it. This is Psalm chapter 49 and verse 11. It says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Like their inward thought. Yabakan brought out Psalm 64 about about their hearts is deep and so forth and so forth. So their inward thought is the left-hand spirits that they're working with, that's giving them answers. Because the modern, if you don't know, the Urim and the Thummim, that's the modern day internet. The lights in which the priest will go to get answers from Yahawashi, information. One stone will light up and the other for yes, and the other stone will light up for no. I forgot which one, the black or the white. I think the white was yes and black was no, if I'm not mistaken. But one stone will light up for yes, the other stone will light up for no. Lord, should I do this? Lord, should I do that? And it will light up. It was the lights that provided information on our task or whatever. That's the internet. That's the modern day Urim and Thummim. And Esau is using this to spearhead his new system and to allow dark magic to flourish on the earth. That's what, they got movies like Venom that came out. They got different movies that come out to express that, Go ahead. Wait, what was that? No,
right here.
Read that.
I got this word inward, right? It says Kareb. Yep, it says midst, among, inner part, middle. Inward part, physical sense as seat of thought and emotion. A faculty of thought and emotion.
Exactly. So this is their inward thought, meaning this is what they're thinking in their minds, man. Okay, this is white. This is what they meditate on. To the point so much, every month, every week, every year, they have meetings about this shit. Okay, how are we going to continue to keep this shit how are we going to continue to keep our kingdom, man? You know what I'm saying? How are we going to continue to keep these other nations in check? How are we going to continue to keep the inhabitants of the civilians in check? You know what I'm saying? To continue to thrive on this throne, man. So that house can continue forever. Right. Because now the American people, now they can think, okay, if America continues forever, now I can do this. Now I can live my life this way. When in actuality, the civilians thinking that way, all it is providing for the beast system.
Yep, that's right.
If you have hopes to, go to college or further forward your 401k or whatever fuck it is, involving yourself in this economy, all it is gonna forward the beast system, man. So if Esau's kingdom continues forever and ever, the beast system is gonna grow greater, and the people, the civilians, are going to dwindle away, man.
Because it keeps you believing, like to your point, because it keeps the society believing on him and hoping on him and trusting in him, because it look like he providing all the answers and he getting everything right and he doing what he want to do.
Right. And this scripture talk about the workers of darkness, or they're workers of darkness. They established this kingdom of darkness, of left-hand spirits. The inward thoughts. It tell you in Psalms 144 and 11 that the right hand, their power structure is the right hand of falsehood. So the things that they push in the earth is actually, it said they are as death. So they are the ones who keep the concept of death at the forefront. It tell you in Ezekiel 29, they keep the sins of our iniquities in remembrance. They keep how we fail in front of us, so we can never go back unto power. That's why when you go to when you go to Psalm 73, it talk about, it wasn't until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then I understood their end. So it's showing you that they got to discontinue you or disconnect you from that form of power. If you don't have a form of power, how about you outside? You would never know that the devil had an end. You would never know that these was the last days, bro. Was it more than that?
Yeah, it's some more than that. Psalms 49 and 11 from the top. It says their end without is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own name.
Right. So that's what you see, man. And you see Trump talk about Mexico and America. Okay, he's claiming the Mexico land, what's going on? Same thing, but he's claiming it for himself, right? He already claimed America for himself before it was named America. It was named HaQADASH, right, which means another land. All right, so you can understand in the Hebrew, in 2nd Ezra 13, right? He claimed this landmass. He claimed he's trying to claim Gaza,
Canada, Panama Canal, the Gulf of Mexico, not just Mexico, but the Gulf as well. This nigga's trying to expand, and he's doing it in a matter of days, man. This nigga this is second month serving in his second term, and look how much shit he's done. He didn't do this shit last presidency. So what's going on now that he's doing all these things and he has to hurry up and do it? It's prophecy. It's the end time.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2. It says, for men to be lovers of their own family. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1, it says, this know also in the last days, perilous times to come. So we understand it now that if you don't know by now, you should know that we are in the last days based off things that we're mentioning at the beginning of the video, dealing with this man's mindset, his technology, the agenda behind his technology, all right, and so forth. This is an indication that we are in fact in the last days. It says perilous times to come, meaning dangerous times, bro. You know what I'm saying? The times we living in, bro, is not the time that you're partying, not the time that you be kicking your feet up, skipping through tulips and shit, and drinking lemonade. This is the time for you to be getting right with YAHWASHI on top, because he's about to bring judgment on the earth. Because his system results in a mass massacre. So the Lord has to come back and stop this mass massacre that's about to happen on the earth. You see, how do you know we getting close to his mass massacre? Because it's the Lord's judgment at the end of the day. He blew up his God stones. The stones that was standing for years and years and decades. His statues, he tore down all his statues. His monuments, his Christopher Columbus statues, and he blew them all up and tore them down. And so forth. Because why? They're about to get ready to issue in a new phase, a new system.
That's part of Trump. That's a part of their another part of the slogan. Say, build back better. You know what I'm saying? That's what they believe. They're gonna build back better.
Right.
Everything that you see them destroying and tearing apart, they believe that they're gonna build it up and make it better than what it is now. This shit already destroyed.
Yep.
Because when you go into certain history, like you know what I'm saying, they say America used to be a place where money could swing from one they literally could swing from go ahead.
That can leap from one street to all the way
To New York.
Florida.
Yeah, from New York to Florida, nothing but trees.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 2 it says, "For men should be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemous, disobedient to parents, unfaithful, unholy, without natural affection."
Right. That's what the brother Samaria and Kazak was talking about. That natural affection without natural affection. We're talking about the sex dolls, you know, just relationships in general. They're artificial. I may mention this before. I remember watching the NCIS episode, and the dude ended up unaliving the porn star chick because he fell in love with her and she didn't want to deal with him. But he couldn't get hard dealing with his main woman because he was receiving artificial lust. You know what I'm saying? Artificial desire for a woman. He fell in love with the bot, not the bot. So he could only get hard by watching porn. That's without natural affection. You could translate it to just relationships in general. Bro, niggas they say their own friends what they say friends fight friends like enemies. You know, that's without natural affection. I don't have no sympathy for my cousin or my mom or my dad. You know how many stories coming out right now, bro, with their children being unalive by their parents?
Yeah.
The one that just happened, I think, in Cleveland or wherever it's at. Dude came home. I think it was in Cleveland. It was somewhere not in, like it didn't say Cleveland, Ohio, but in Ohio. You know how they say Macedonia is Cleveland. It was somewhere on the outskirts of Cleveland, I believe. But the dude came home and he had to find a letter from the army or the police officers in his house that his wife had unalived his children and herself. He didn't even know. So it's a lot of shit like that going on. That's without natural affection. They don't got no sympathy because why? It's a lot of frequency of left-hand energy on the earth. Esau is conjuring spirits daily at a massive rate, way more than he was before. You know what I'm saying? You about to say go? Go ahead.
We know it says, without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinency, fierce, the first of those that are despiser of those that are good, traitor, petty, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Yahweh, right? Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
And that's what you see, man. You see having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. They see the Lord evident in everything, bro. Oh, damn, I almost got into a car accident. It was a sin, and the Lord saved my life. They see examples all day, you know, but they have a form of godliness without denying the power thereof. They're their own God. If they don't give credit to themselves, they give credit to Esau, you know? And that's ultimately what this old technology stuff is about. Because Esau is the one that came up with it. Even though it's the Lord's technology, you don't put the Lord as the face with it. You put Esau as the face with it. He's the one that gave you the iPhones, the Samsungs, the new Apple Watch, and he coming on with the headphones. Shit, now y'all see the new shit? Now they got where you can watch the live NBA games as a screen, like a what they call the shit, like it's like a projection in front of you, like it's like a hologram. It's like you sitting in the skybox,
Like
yeah, it's like you there and you can watch it like it's floating. It's sitting right here like a video game, bro.
They showed you all that during the pandemic.
With King and then some of that.
No, when they had the stadium, when they had those, took all the people out the stadium, because of the shit that was going on, it made it seem like they were sitting in the stands and in the crowds and all that shit.
I thought you were talking about what they got that shit with Kenny and Shaq and them.
Oh yeah,
when they be inserting themselves on the court.
Yeah, that's that meta world, metaverse shit. So make it seem like they're actually in the game and shit, or actually there beside the player, walking you through what they doing. Oh man, this shit.
Bro, you had the actual real experience with
with the Oh, that's shit. I was just thinking about that. I forget what's the name of that shit.
The VR.
The shit that you put on, the virtual reality.
Yeah, the
It's
VR.
from Apple though. It's made from Apple.
Yeah, it's made from Apple. Like take for instance, like y'all at camp right now. Y'all take a picture. I can put those on and make it seem as if I was still right here with y'all.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? That shit boiled out. That's that shit. Yeah.
They show that in y'all seen the new Sonic movie, Sonic the third one. That was cool with Shadow. They show that in there, dude. They, him and his long lost uncle. It was played by Jim Carrey. That's my nigga. He played an old nigga, but it was his long lost uncle. And they was having a time when they eat candy and all this shit, but they had the virtual reality on. We didn't know that until they showed it. But the dude also had one on. He was able to join them, and he took his off, and they showed them acting like they was eating ice cream. But they had the shit on their head, but they weren't really eating ice cream. The point is that he's blurring the reality. He's blurring the lines of what reality is, bro. Go ahead.
Second Timothy chapter 3, verse 4, it says, traitors, petty, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than
Traitors. These niggas is traitors, man. They'll motherfucker tell you one thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I got you. And then they'll go behind your back and sell you out, man. That's why the scriptures say beware of men, right? That come forth like beware of men. The scriptures say beware of men. You know, because they go eventually deliver you up to these different higher ups, man. So these niggas is traitors. You can't trust no nigga. They trade on their own people, man. Back doors, and they trade a nigga trade on the bitch who he been dealing with that he loved for high. Man, don't trust niggas, man. Go ahead. Right, they traded on the HAQADASH and said let release Barabbas. And that nigga was known for a robber, a thief, a murder. He was known for wickedness.
Yeah, Judas.
Yeah, bro.
Judas. Yeah. Man. That's why they say in the scripture, as it is written, the servant is not greater than his master, bro. So if YAHWAH went through it, we're gonna go through it, bro.
Yeah, bro, it's so cold because it's a video. I'm putting it in the chat. It's on the TikTok. This Edomite was basically like warning Jake. You know what I'm saying? Like to get ready because you start to see all these different white militias rise up here in these latter times. These Edomite militias, you start to see all these things take place. But he's like, shit, y'all don't understand. These things been in effect for years. They've been waiting on this moment. And so Jake not being prepared and Jake not being ready for what's done, he even said to the point where certain people that might have a certain or what you call it, the mindset that we have. That's how I say it. The mindset that we have, like shit, even be careful of who the fuck we talking to. He was like, you know what I'm saying? You would think you talking to these motherfuckers, you think they're friends, but they really documenting the things you know, the things you privy to, the things you understand, and goddamn marking your steps just to roll on you for when the time comes. Just because it's at an appointed time. Everything is at an appointed time. Yeah. Bro, they don't understand, bro. These devils gonna come in formation. They just think they're gonna be able to goddamn pop gonna run their closet and get sticks and get switches and do all this and fuck with these Edomites with their blessing. Hell no. They can't prepare for what's coming.
But it was just an article that they said they're about to ban all ammunition out of stores. You ain't gonna be able to buy ammunition out of Walmarts and Targets, wherever they sell ammunition at. Because they said it's a danger to society. Too many people are able to go into the store and buy any amounts of ammunition as they want.
And that's cold too. I just even think about that shit. Think about how the fuck that sounds, right? But damn near most of the states now are open carry states because of the crime. But now you talking about you can hold back the ammunition. Many Edomites, they gonna pass that law, like you said. You talking about that's what they gonna do. But these Edomites already won up on Jake, man. They already got the fucking ammunition. They ain't gonna be last minute. They ain't gonna be tweaking and bugging out when they be like, you can't go get no ammunition. They got it already. They ready.
These are militant combat guns that the people got on the streets. They got modified guns on the street, bro. I'm talking about these YNs.
Yeah, bro.
Dude,
That's all the Lord, man. That's just for judgment.
It's just for judgment. Because the Lord allowed this devil to influx this place with all the ammunition, all them guns and shit. And then he trying to say, "Oh, we're gonna take it back." Nigga, you created the danger.
Bro,
I got a picture. Go ahead.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 5 says, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from so much turn away. For of this sort are they who preach into houses and lead captives to the women laden with sin, led away with diverse lusts.
Right. And that's what you see now. You see a nation of people led away by sin and diverse lusts. And for that, this is what the Lord is about to send. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So the Lord is sending all of these things. Why? To correct the nation of Israel. That's the amendment. For y'all to get back right. So y'all could change, man. Because this way ain't it. Okay? So therefore, when the Lord send all of these, this is what's going to happen. Verse 20, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So they're not going to turn away from their wickedness. They're not going to repent. They're not going to get right. And they're not going to do the right thing, man. So therefore, what does that mean? Iniquity shall abound. So that's how you know that we in the beginning stages of this shit, man. We ain't even reached or scratched the surface. Because if it's gonna show. It don't, like the Apostle Tari say, don't nobody gotta tell you that you in Jacob's trouble, man. Ain't nobody gonna have to do a video, hey man, we in Jacob's trouble, and a whole bunch of stuff going on. You know, no, it's gonna be evident by way of what the fuck is going on in society.
This is Ephesians 5:16. Or, 15, that's not bad. See here that ye walk circumspectly, and that's what we're going into. Circle meaning to look around. Circumspectly means to look around. Examining your environment, examining what's around you. Don't just be like SpongeBob and shit, like just walking down the street. But a nigga, got a chat for you around the corner. You pay attention to everything and everyone, even our own people, our own parents. We watching close, watching close, and we making sure that we on point with the spirit. So it says, so then, see then that you walk working. Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Because the fools are wrapped around in society, and they're wrapped around in the affairs of this life. The wise are actually preparing themselves spiritually to prepare for the highest form of frequency of spirituality that's going to ever exist on the earth in the times to come. The last days, the times we're coming into, you about to experience spirituality at the highest level you have ever seen it. It's talking about 2 Ezra 13, the realms colliding, one realm against another. That's what you're seeing now, one realm against another. So we're going to have a certain frequency on us. It says redeeming the time. That's why. Redeeming the time, because why? The days are evil. The days are evil. Evil is a compound word, which means evil means time, ill means bad. Bad times. You just read it in 2 Timothy. Danger and perilous, dangerous times. How do you prepare for dangerous times, bro? Do I continue to go to the goddamn fried chicken corner store and go to having baby showers? And how do I prepare for the time?
I got it.
Go ahead.
This is Galatians chapter 5, verse 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. So what does it mean to walk in the spirit, man? All right. It means to walk according to the ways of righteousness, to the best of your ability. All right. There's an actual spirit that comes with this book, the Bible, so that when you read it, you can get understanding of what's actually talking about and what you need to do for your salvation, man. So therefore, walking in that way is walking in the spirit. So when you are doing that about your everyday life, then you start to learn that the lust of the flesh can no longer conquer you, man. All these different things that's constantly tempting you to go off, all these different things that's constantly attacking you, it's no longer going to be conquering over you, man. But you're going to conquer it.
Yeah, the flesh. That's what's about to happen. The ultimate you get Revelation 2 or no, Revelation 3.
That's why I say in Jeremiah 30:7 that even though it's going to be Jacob's trouble is going to be like a time like no other, he shall be saved out of it, because that the elect, is going to walk in the spirit to be able to escape the sad perils that's going to come to pass, man. You know, that's why I say also in Isaiah 59 that the Lord is going to lift up a standard, a way to escape, man. So the Holy Spirit, walking in the Holy Spirit is what's going to help us do all these things, man. What the brothers just called for?
Revelation 2, we ain't get it, we ain't get it.
All right, I'm gonna just read this next verse then. Galatians chapter 5, verse 17. For the flesh lusteth after the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And see, just like Kwame Allah was reading about the last days, how it's gonna consist of people being all of these characteristics of wickedness. That's because two-thirds. That's because I'm gonna speak over that shit. That's because two-thirds of our people has given themselves over to the flesh, man. So now we know that flesh leadeth to sin, and sin leadeth to death. So therefore, that's why you got all this shit roaming about the whole earth. Because our people have given themselves over to the flesh, and then you got Esau Edom highly esteeming that shit, giving them license to do so.
Yeah, that's all right.
So walking in the spirit is what's going to combat you being conquered by the flesh, man. It says, oh, I'm just finishing out. You got it.
Right.
It say, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. So it's always a battle with the spirit and the flesh. Two-thirds of our people just gave themselves over to the flesh, which is the reason why you see all these wicked ass characteristics within the nation of Israel and on the earth today, man. Okay, Esau, Edom, he just capitalizing on the shit. But it's like you brought out, if you walk circumspectly and redeem it and redeem the times because they're evil, that's going to help you walk in the spirit to combat the lust of the flesh, man. So you'll win more times than you lose battling in his flesh.
Got it out. Get out, bro.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the words of my patience.
All right, hold on. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience. That's what you was just going into. That's what the scripture in Ephesians is going into. The word, I tell you in James 1 and 21, the word which is able to save your souls. You know? So the word is actually, it acts as a preservation, a preservative. You know, he's always adding these things in his shit that preserve you. No, the word is what's preserving us. You know, it says they talked about being mixed with faith. The word is was mixed, intertwined with us, and that's acting as a preservative for us for the time to come. Come.
Revelation 3 and 10, it says, thou hast kept the word of my patience.
So we kept the word of the Lord's patience, right? In the process of keeping the word, it came with suffering. You know what I'm saying? But that's good though, because how else are we going to know if the preservative works? You know, the Lord proves everything. The word is being proven within us. I still can't find the scripture to this day. I think it's an apocryphal about wisdom proved itself or something to that effect. The word proved itself to be true. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all could, I can't remember the wording and all that, but I know it talk about how the script, it proved itself to be true. So, and that's what's going on within us too. It's showing itself to be true. So it is acting as a preservative. So when you believe in it, it's actually going to work for you, and it's working now, and it's going to work then. Go ahead, Art, and then you got it, Art.
Revelation 3 and 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which will come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Right? So this time is going to come on everybody, even us. And that time of testing is going to act, because right now the Lord is building on our faith. So brothers is catching hell like never before. All right? At an expedited rate. And what the Lord is doing is he's actually strengthening our faith. Because there's a certain amount of faith that we're going to have to need in the times to come. Right? Because we're already in those times, but it's going to get worse. So that's why I said the hour of temptation, that's the time where that's going to come upon all the world. That's going to issue. That's going to be what's a result of this? Or I'm going to say it like this: a small result, because he ain't going to get to the fullness of his sufficiency. That's a small result of his NWO, and that's that tiny technology, bro. This is being talked about every day now. I'm talking about literally every day. The mark of the beast is being talked about every day. The C-HIP and everything that it entails, the infrastructure, the digital infrastructure. Trump just talked about getting rid of the penny. That means the nickel's going to have to take its place. The nickel's going to go up, meaning the price of food going to go up. A dude talked about the average man that spends it's going to affect the average man. That's what talking about the ones that live in the poverty-prone neighborhoods. The blacks, Hispanic, Native, Seminole Indians. They got rid of the middle class so that now it all makes sense. They said the average individuals he said the average that's spent in these poverty neighborhoods are $25 or less. And a lot of the majority of that is spent $24.90 with some cent in it. So when you take away all that, then the other ones have to take its place. The nickel take its place, the dime which means the price of food go up, expedited, and then what? Eventually you're gonna have to try that. They like nobody can afford really nothing, anything no more. Now you got hyperinflation. So this new system that's coming is supposed to be like what? The comfort in that moment. The resolving factors to this issue that was man-made, that was so creative. That's what this new technology is supposed to act as. It's supposed to act as an aid to the chaos. So it's going to come upon the whole world because it's going to be too bad. And that's what it's talking about. The hour of temptation where you're going to be faced with, do I take this seed here to provide for I got a newborn. I got this child. I got my family. Or do I continue in the patience of the Lord, the suffering of the Lord, which is the unbounding in the word, which actually preserves our soul, man. Go ahead,
Yeah, go ahead.
Was that it on that? So read that verse.
Verse Revelation 3:11. It says, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown."
Right. Don't let no man take this truth from you, man. You know, you gotta. That's why it's important to be properly rooted in YAHWASHI. You know, YAHWASHI was talking about himself, us being properly rooted, so that when the storm comes and beat upon the house, which is the house of David, you're gonna find yourself in a safe place. He said, "I went into the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and it's safe." So we're right. We see the danger. We're outside in the wilderness right now. America's a wilderness. You know, and we're gonna have a literal wilderness, but this place is a wilderness, and we're running it. We like, damn, man, who the hell gonna protect us from this? I keep bringing it's Psalm 73 from you, real quick, and then you got it. Psalm 73. I forgot it's 16, 10, 12, one of those. Until I went to the sanctuary of the Most High, then I understood their end. Because this is what it takes for us, for you. I'm gonna say us, and for you. Whoever it might apply, it's about the elect, hopeful elect. This is what it takes to be preserved in the times that's coming. Go ahead,
Psalm chapter 73, verse 17. Until I went into the sanctuary of Yahweh, then understood I therein.
Right. So it wasn't until we went into the sanctuary of YAHWASHI. Now we understand that this place has an end. But the sanctuary is the house of the Lord. See, the righteous run into it isn't safe. It is safe. So we're running into the dominion and the formation of YAHWASHI. He's our shadow, not Egypt. He's our covering, not Egypt. He's our protection and mighty safe, right? And our fortress. Let's say what else? Our staff, our buckler, the shield and buckler. You know. Go ahead,
The book of Luke, chapter 6, starting at verse 47, it says, "Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built his house and dig deep and laid the foundation on a rock." That rock is talking about your house shop. So if you hear the words of the Lord at the mouth of the prophets, you hear the exhortation, the doctrine, the reproof, the rebuke, and you taking it and you applying it, that's going to be you liking up to being deeply rooted on your house shop. Because it said, he is like a man which built a house and dig deep. You know, when you apply the spirit on a daily basis, every day that go by, as you get more familiar, more intimate to a deeper relationship with your house shop. Right. So it says, and dig deep and lay the foundation on the rock. Yeah. Because that means that you receiving the proper nutrients to actually grow. But the more the properly hydrated crop is able to grow and extending, wings if you will.
They get deeper. They get rooted deeper. You know, and that's Yahawah. We drinking on Yahawah. We eating on Yahawah. So we get firmer and firmer. You know, yeah, firmer in our grip. Go ahead.
This strengthening the spirit. Say in Proverbs, the spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity. Because right now, with Esau being his God-like state and conditioning the people to think that they God, people think they don't got no infirmities. They think they ain't got no fears, they invincible, they ain't got no weaknesses. But the time they're about to come into, Lord he about to expose everybody, he about to disappoint a lot of people.
Yeah, that's why you ain't gonna be able to escape the time. None of us. Because unless the Lord have mercy on you. Because it's according to your fear. Every man interfered. The Lord and know every man's deeper things that's embedded in them that can knock them off their rocket. And that's what we're coming into. Everybody's about to face themselves in the mirror. And you're gonna have to make a choice. And if yourself is not yourself at all, but the ultimate power, YAHWASHI, then that's what we're gonna take over. But if yourself is Esau Edom and the left hand energy, that's what's gonna take over. So whatever, get that for me in Proverbs. That Proverbs at the man think it's towards you. Would you do that right? Or you got it?
Going back to Luke chapter 6, verse 48, finishing out the verse, it says, and when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house.
Right. So get that. I'll put another floor.
It says, and could not shake it, for it was founded upon the rock. So the flood, the stream beating, and another account, it say the winds beat upon the house. All of that is representation of hellish conditions. Because these different conditions, if a house is not rooted upon the rock, but rather upon sand, which is like unto the man that hear the words and don't do it. If a house is rooted on such a foundation, when the flood comes, when 100-mile-per-hour winds come, it's gonna take that whole house off the hinges.
Yep. You see that all the time, these storms on the current level, tornadoes, floods, you know.
So I would say that's why the Lord likened it to everybody that heard this truth and not applied it. Because in the times that we come into, people they haven't been bitter with YAHWASHI, so they're not gonna know what to do when they face to face with family, because they don't want to go take the seat him. They heard the prophet say don't take it, but now that they're not taking it, they don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's what the story of the 3 little pigs is about. You know, one built their house with straw. What was the other one? Clay. I put the clay. I know it was straw. I thought I meant straw and stick. And then it was something else. And then another one was bricks. The one that had a house built with bricks was able to stand the wind that the wolf blew. Blow your house down, right? But they built with the proper material. And that was the brick, the mortar that they used and everything to keep the bricks together. They built with the proper material. So we're out here building with the proper material, the correct doctrine, the right form of light so we can see. We ain't out here building the building in the dark. You know, we got full light. We got all the materials. How do we know we got all the materials? Because Scripture said we count the cost. In order to build, we got to count the cost. We got to know what materials we need, how much we need, how much it costs, and what we don't need. You know? Because the scriptures talk about Revelation 12 and 12 that the devil, what? You got that? Go ahead, read that.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 12. It reads, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
Right, like it says in Isaiah 14, this devil is a man. Is this the man that did shape kingdoms? So it's a man who opposes the will of the spiritual demon Satan. And he's going to come down upon whom? Come down in the last verse. And then we got that.
So he doesn't oppose the will of Satan.
But I said oppose. Oppose is the opposite, right? Yeah. He forces the will of Satan. Water.
Verse 17, it says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed,
which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahawashi HaMashiach.
That's the one he got wrath. Who the ones he got wrath from? The ones that keep the testimony with the spirit of prophecy, before the Revelation 14 and 10. They keep the prophecy. The prophecies, Isaiah 13 and 1, as a load or as a thorn, as a burden upon Babylon. So we keep that formation, which is we're in a way of him completing his whole dominance at 100% capacity of his world order. So he's going to come down with great wrath upon those individuals that oppose this vibration.
Because that's how you know Israel is that woman that is speaking about in that scripture. Because it says in the beginning in Genesis how the Lord was going to put enmity between the woman and the serpent,
Between her seed and his seed.
right?
You know,
Her seed and his seed.
because like you said, that's the woman, which is Israel, and the remnant of her seed is the elect. You know, that keep the testimony. And read that real quick again, because I got to go.
All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Right. So when it said the east and the sun, the rising of the sun rising east, sets in the west. So that's both sides of the world. The west was known as the new world at the time. The western hemisphere, that's where we currently live. You got western, you got Russia, Europe and all that, and on the Americas, you got the what's it say, the north. I go to scripture. Damn, I forgot I go. The North Country, that's talking about Russia. You know what I'm saying? But also America is also known as that North Country as well. But when they say North Country, they talk about Russia and that whole dynamic. So we on that side of the hemisphere. So that's so everybody is going to witness this devil show his horns. It says when the enemy come in like a flood. How you gonna come in like a flood? You don't come in out of nowhere like Trump. He's showing it right now. He's coming in like a flood right now. Tariffs out of nowhere. This out of nowhere. He's firing, bro. He just fired, bro. Listen, he just fired the majority of the staff. He just fired majority of the staff of the nuclear department, the ones who actually have been trained and the ones who actually have studied the concept of this department. He has fired it. That's why they said now the world is in a nuclear crisis right now, a national crisis, a state of emergency, or whatever how they put it. But just to show you that this devil is about to come down with great wrath. He's showing his horns. He's like, I don't care. I'm gonna put tariffs on this. I'm gonna put tariffs on aluminum. I'm gonna put tariffs on this.
Right.
Yeah. And Trump said himself. He said, "Yeah, the American it's gonna have a little sting on America. They're gonna feel a little sting."
And it talks about that flood, right? Going to an influx of basically an influx of Esau's military, man, in which Esau, he has so many control oppositions out there that it's impossible to keep track of everyone, man. You know, you got, and here it is with these different migrants. That's the big thing. Esau, he trying to make it seem like he doesn't want all these migrants here, but that's exactly what the fuck you want, man. Because that's the perfect control order out of KO, man. You know, you got all these different immigrants here, other nations here. You just don't want Jake in this motherfucker. That's his whole thing with the immigrants. He don't want more Jakes in this motherfucker. Right. But he does have certain migrants that's here that are forming militias, and those militias is being backed by Esau, man. Like ISIS is one of them. And you got members that's here in America, right, and they just waiting on that motherfucking that green light from you devils, man.
His blood, his army is his angels. His army is his teeth. His military. That's his power, man. How you think he got the land? How you think he did anything? He used his military. That's his strength. That's his blessing. Like I'm on to say. You know? No, you get that.
United Nations. You're gonna have these United Nations come up against you devils, you know, because it ain't gonna be no motherfucker. You gonna have niggas. Ain't gonna be no police force. Ain't gonna be no motherfucking fire squad. None of that shit. So Esau, he gonna have to put them UN troops out there, man, as to replace them for urban and civilization. to put order within the streets again. And then you got a lot of people that's basically pulling out of the military. So he gonna have certain motherfuckers from the Marines or Marine Corps or retired ex-military motherfuckers coming back into the fold, coming out of retirement to basically, you know, do his bidding.
Because they got
Damn. Bring that Jeremiah back that you read.
It's Jeremiah Salakia. Isaiah 59 verse Isaiah 59 verse Salakia 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
It's 15 and verse 70. It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And that's what's getting ready to come, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. The ones that have the testimony of YAHWASHI, like the brother was reading in the Revelation 12 that the brother had called for. That's what's getting ready to happen. It's all for you niggas. Right? It's the time of Jacob's trouble. It's affect you niggas, but it's like brother quoted earlier, he shall be saved out of it. What that remedy? The ones that trusted in YAHWASHI in these latter times. So it says, verse 71, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. And that's what you're going to see take place. That's what the brother was reading in Isaiah 59 and 19. When the enemy get ready to come in like a flood, they plotting on Jake. So it says, for they shall wait. It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. And that's that's definitely going to take place when they implement this MOT to the B. Because get one thing about it is, in order to pay bills, in order to buy goods, in order to do anything that's attached to the system, you're going to have to be attached to the system through that MOT to the B. And if you're not, you don't think you still have to pay that car note? You don't think you still have to pay rent or mortgage or whatever it is that you got to pay? And if you're not attached to it, then yeah, you're going to be cast out of your home. They're going to take possessions. They're going to waste your goods. You're going to lose everything in the blink of an eye.
Military, remember when the Kassan did, they used the military, they had military stations set up in every city to go get your juices. Yep. And the military is the one that was issuing out. Like, nigga, there ain't no doctor. Yep. How is he able to get, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have been, if I was in that line, I would have been thinking, like, why is the military issuing out the thing that's going to protect me from this whole living? Like, that makes no sense in the world. Oh, this place is nuts. Yeah. It makes no sense in the world. Yep. But because why? That's who they use to issue out the formation in a major crisis. Right. So when this shit is at a major crisis, you ain't gonna see these police officers. They don't have the capability to the mental capability to further the move. So only one that's military, that police officers that's gonna do that are the ones that's ex-military. You got police officers that are ex-military. Yep. You know, that are not police officers. You know, they're gonna have the stomach to have that.
So they're gonna be treated like civilians. You feel me? They're gonna be trying to find a way to preserve life and to take care of themselves. This is a movie that came out. I forget the name of the movie, but it had Brad Pitt in it. And they was raiding the store. Yeah, Waterworld. They was raiding the store, and the lady was in there stealing, getting good, or a man. And when they saw the police running in there, they stopped doing what they were doing, thinking they about to get in trouble. But he been ready to do the same shit that they were doing because he's trying to preserve his damn self. So it says, but I'm gonna jump back in to 16 to 73. It says, no, 72. It says, for they shall waste and take away their houses and cast them out of their houses. It says, then shall it be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. And that's how the Lord is gonna prove the ones that belong to him in these other times. Through these adverse times, through all the things the brothers are going through, the ones that's gonna abstain for all the appearances of evil. Because guess what? You're gonna have people that ain't gonna get cast out of their homes. They ain't gonna go through the things that the ones that fear the name of YAHWASHI not gonna go through, because they're gonna choose the system. They're gonna attach themselves to the system. So when shit get bad, they don't have to be destitute. They can feed their children. They can feed themselves. They don't have to be as pilgrims upon the earth, because that's what because you like I keep touching on it. Elder Jeremiah was going into it. Even the brother was kind of hitting on it earlier. All these things were for righteousness' sake. What the Lord finna take the elect to, it's like a humiliation ritual. Right? It's us proving ourselves into our power that we deserve the kingdom, that we deserve protection, that we deserve the new covenant, that we deserve to be beaten up on the chariots, right, that we deserve the things that the YAHWASHI is coming with for the elect.
Right, because it's a hedge over us right now.
Right.
it's a hedge over us right now that's sustaining us in our everyday life.
That's right.
That's how we're getting this daily bread, right? Yep. That's how brothers is able to go to work, get paid, and handle the responsibilities they're able to handle because the Lord has a hedge over us right now, man.
That's right.
Okay, but just like Job, once that hedge is taken away, then that's when we're gonna have to prove ourselves to the Lord.
That's right.
While all of this calamity is going on and everybody else just getting X'd out by it.
Yep.
The elect is the remnant, the remainder that's gonna be left, that's gonna be here when it's time for Yahawashi to deliver.
Yep. I'm gonna bring it back. It's go ahead and get your precept off.
Oh, just like to go just real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
2 Ezra 13. It says, 2 Ezra 13 to 23. He that shall endure the peril, the dangers, in that time, the times we in, it's gonna get worse, have kept himself. On what the brother somebody was talking about. It's a way we keep ourselves so that we can be kept in that time.
Yeah.
Keeping ourselves now so we can be kept in that time. We don't just
Yeah, bro, like,
you got to be familiar with the spirit. The spirit, I use that analogy all the time about the dancing and the tangleness. Yeah. Like, bro, you got to really pay attention to the craft of dancing. Like, the salsa and they don't never step on each other's feet. They moving like this and shit. They in a hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, she feeling on him, he feeling on her. They get close, they get back. They in sync. Never touching each other's toes. That's the most important thing. Once I step on her toes, it fucks everything up. All the balance is off. There you go. So it's a certain dance you gotta have with the spirit, bro, so that when the song come on in that time, we're gonna be able to be in sync with it.
Yep.
You know?
That's beautiful too, because like you said, it's the way it kept himself. Because you gotta realize it was a certain way Job kept himself. Why the spirits was at influence, jumping on his friends, jumping on his woman, what she said, do is thou still maintain our integrity. And that's what we seek to do when shit get bad, is to maintain our integrity. And Yahawashi our shine. He said, so we say he sound like one of the foolish ones. He said he told him curse the Most High and die. He said, we see good from the Most High, not evil. We understand that that the times go, like the brother brought out, the perilous times. Those are evil times, dangerous times. We understand those times are gonna come because the scriptures have made us ready for those things to come. And we understand that they're gonna prove us. They're gonna prove us to be the men that we think we are, that we hope to be in the times to come, the ones that can be preserved and protected. Go ahead.
That's in Wisdom of Solomon too.
That's
proved their
yeah, that's right. That's right. Brother, hold that for.
It's like
it go everything what you've been talking, what we've been talking about.
It's like towards the end of the verse, but then also you mentioned Job. It said maintain our integrity. Yeah. When you go into that word integrity, it goes into purity.
Yeah.
So maintain your purity. You know what I'm saying? Let no man take that crown. So it's gonna prove this, bro. I have fought for that proverb. It's all good. As a man thinketh, so is he. Because how we deal in our mind and our spirit now, that's ultimately what we are. So when those dangers come, anytime, any formation that comes, we're supposed to be the same in any formation. Cheerful or sad. You know, happy or mourning. You know, our spirit is supposed to be the same. It says, in finishing out the verse, he that 2 Ezra 13 and 23, he that shall endure, right? Because it's gonna have take some type of endurance. In order for bro, how you think you're supposed to know something endured? It was beat upon, it was bent, it was stepped on, it was all these different things.
That's that Revelation 3.
Right. That's how you know if it's not okay. That thing is endurable. It's durable. They don't put it on cars unless they know it's durable. Well, back in the day, at least, they make the cars out of some bullshit now. That's why niggas be die so you have our cars in it. But back in the day, them old ass Chevys and them old ass cars, yeah, fuck your ass up, bro, because it was made out of real material. They knew it was durable, protect your life. A lot of the beginning cars didn't have airbags and shit.
If I can add too, you gotta think about it. Like the scripture say, what the scripture say, he said, I think he said, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word endure forever. Right? So if the word endure forever, what do you think the one that withhold these words, that have this with not understanding, are going to endure too?
Yeah,
are going to be able to withstand the test of the time?
That's it. It stood the test of time. They show you that on small carnal examples where it'd be a house, it'd be a fire in these churches, and the Bible be the only thing that's not.
Yeah.
This book is preserved with a spirit, bro.
That's right.
It's preserved with the spirit of Yahawashi. So finishing out, They that be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith towards the Almighty. So when we fall into these dangers, the ones that going to be able to endure and escape are the ones that have faith and works, meaning mixed together towards the Almighty.
Brother just said, I'm gonna grab this 16 and 73. It said, bring it back. It says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Right? That fire, that's the adversity, that's the affliction, that's the time to come. So then it says, hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand.
Like the days of trouble are at hand. This ain't a maybe, bro. This ain't a possible. This ain't a maybe if, bro. It's a definite that the days of trouble are at hand. It's a definite that we're about to face some shit that we didn't even know it was gonna be extreme. Like we know the extremity of it to a degree. We don't even know the how vast it's about to be.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? On the great scale of things, man. That's why the Lord is preparing us now so that we won't have to think about it in those times. We just gonna revert back to our training, how our minds was taught, how we dance and how we train. How you train is how you play. So when we actually it's time to play, when it's time for game time, we're gonna perform.
That's right,
winning, bro.
That's right.
The spirit gonna work for us, bro.
It's verse 55. It says, be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. It says, and the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts. That's the word that's going to preserve them. That's why Isaiah 33 and 6 say what it says. It says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time, and the strength of our salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. These are the things like the brother was reading in Luke 6 and 48. You got to realize there's a storm coming. And that's the thing that's going to keep us whole. That's the thing that's going to keep us stable. And when the storm gets to beating vehemently, when our enemies get to come in like a flood, the devil gets ready to come down, have a great wrath, as they continue to pass the more draconian laws, as all these things continue to intensify, these are the things that's going to keep us stable from being shaken by the flood. So it says, saith the Lord power, let not your, that was pretty, well, I'm finishing it out. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. So we're like brother say, Jake going through all type of shit. Scriptures talk about how judgment and follow 7 times. We need to let those things rock us and separate us from the love of YAHWASHI. Because the scriptures tell you can't nothing separate us from his love or take us out of his hand. That's the elect. But you can hit that real quick. I wanted to go with what the brother had said.
Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
And there it is. The end is manifest. We living in the end. It ain't gonna happen 20 and 30 years from now. This thing is getting ready to take place. Go ahead.
Verse 6 it says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginning and wonder and powerful works and endings in effect and signs.
And you see it. You see the powerful works, the ending and effects and the signs. You see all those things right now in the midst of our eyes. But only 2/3 of the time people can't see these things. Go ahead.
And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed.
It's going into the precept the brother was just reading in 2 Ezra 13. It's gonna be by faith that we're able to escape these things and the work, the things that we do because we believe. Like it's our conduct, the way we carry ourselves while all these things are taking place. Because you got people that's gonna lean on wickedness, you got people that's gonna lean on the sword, you got people that's gonna call upon these idols. You got all these people are gonna trust in everything outside of YAHWASHI, and all of that shit is gonna come to naught. The scripture say if this was a thing of man, then it will come to naught. The things that we're doing is not gonna come to naught because the Lord is getting ready to show you his power and how he preserves and protects the elect. All this shit take off. That's right, huh?
That's like again, like you said, that shit is at its max. Like we gonna know when it's at its max.
Yeah.
You ain't about to call a brother, oh, you think this Jacob's trouble? No, I'm missing Jacob's trouble. You know, your brother call you and ask you to take control, you got to question that, brother. Like this, we gonna have a definite answer, like brother quoted across the heart. We gonna know. So that means what? We're gonna be able to resort back to what we know. That's what you're not realizing. In that time, we're gonna have to resort to what we know. And what these people know is darkness. That's all they know. They don't know how the spiritual thing. They don't know how to cast away spirits. They don't know how to properly pray. They don't know how to call upon the names of YAHWASHI. And even if they do, they're not meaning it in truth and sincerity. They don't know how to get away spirits and push away spirits and heal brothers and heal their families. They don't know They don't know the spiritual dominance of the spirit that entails, man. And we have access to that right now, and we're gonna have it, Lord willing, in that time, bro. We're gonna be able to revert back to it, man. Go ahead, all right.
It's Matthew chapter 24, verse 40. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doeth come. Right? And Christians, right, I was about to say that. Christians break it down as if the one being taken is the one that's being saved through the rapture, you know, which is Christianity, which is false, you know, Christianity bullshit.
Yeah.
But what this is talking about, when it says two in the field and the one being taken is going to be taken in the plague, the famine, the destruction, and wherever else that the Lord is sending on the earth at that time, man. The missiles, right? And then the one that's left will be what? The remnant. Yep. The remnant who's ready.
I thought the left behind is 2/3. I thought the taking was thing left. Me and the brother, elder brother, talking about this. I think I heard it like that too. So Salakia, because brother just sent them to us about the left behind is the 2/3. Oh, no, you good.
Yeah, okay. I got
Go ahead.
I got a precept.
It's Matthew 24, verse, I'm gonna start over. Verse 40. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left.
Yeah, the left behind or the Israelites that not gonna make it. The 2/3 is Zechariah, I believe.
I got what?
The 2/3 is the ones that's gonna be left behind, and the ones taken are the elect. You know, they're gonna be preserved from the dangers that's coming. Whether being beamed up in the chariot or rather being, you know, taken to a hiding place. You know, Psalms 91, other precept from the mind. You know.
This is Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die."
Right, 2/3 should be cut off and die. That's 66.6% of the Israelites that's aligned with the percentage of the beast, which is 666. Y'all are aligned spiritually with his number and on spiritual level in history. You're aligned with the beast. You're allotted to face judgment. You're going to get the same judgment as your person. You know, so it's 2/3. 2/3 of the Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, Native, Seminole Indians, man.
Yep. It says, "But the third shall be left therein."
The third is the elect. You know, the 1/3. You know, and the believers, the body. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, "And I will bring the third part through the fire." That's the enemy coming in like a flood. That's the ICBL. That's everything at its height. That's when everything has met its height, and the Lord is getting ready to come deliver them, right? And they done been through that storm. They done withstood the storm and everything that came, right? It says, "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call upon my name." That's what we're doing now. It says, "And I will hear them, and I will say it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power."
Right. And you think these niggas gonna be calling on them? You know what the scripture comes to mind, Revelation 16. Revelation 16 talking about how when the Lord brought these things, they blasphemed the name of the Lord. Ain't nobody gonna be calling on the AHBANAWA outside in sincerity when the fire is as hot as it's ever been. You know, we're gonna have we're gonna have a mindset of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Right.
When the fire increased, our faith increased. To the point, he said, even if the Lord don't come back, we still not gonna bow down to your God, and we believe that the Lord's still gonna deliver us.
That's right.
No matter how hot the flame get. The Lord willing, this camp was edifying. Like to give all honor and glory, and praise and worship to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, HAQADASH. Honor to our apostle, the bishop, great millstone, who will be from our doctrine. He citation to the hopeful day. Hey, till next time, find yourself.
Find us,
Baba.
Shalom.